Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode Who's an Anime? With your hosts Steve and Colin. We're bringing you all the juicy gossip to this episode.
Yes.
All the juice,
Yes.
as it were. Uh,
All the juice.
all the juice on Pluto, that is, because I never mentioned that that's the anime, but you knew that already.
If you've been continuing to listen to us, yes, you will know that. We have been enjoying Pluto so far. Been pretty damn good.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
I'd like to just say, describe this episode in 4 words.
Dog. Uh, 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 okay, hang on. Dog. Abula.
Okay.
A cult. Like there's a lot to and there's a lot to get through. Intrigue? I don't know. It's like there's so much else to describe in that one word.
Yeah,
Do you have 4 words?
I have 4 words.
Go for
Hang on.
It's not that easy.
No, it's on the spot. Uh, Death, tornado, past, anger.
Sure. Yep. Okay.
Well, it's actually
Yes.
hatred. Hatred should be the last
Hatred.
word.
Hatred is very important to this show.
Yes. Not us though. We're liking it.
No. Loving it. So you want to kick us off then?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so episode 4.
Episode 4.
So episode 4 starts off with we're in a park.
Yes.
And some old guy is being protected by a robot.
Yes. By old guy, you mean Ochanamisu.
Yeah, the director of
Atom's dad. Atom's dad.
Dad? Question mark.
Yes. Atom's father figure.
Adopted father.
Yeah.
And he's like basically just chatting to the robot, protecting him, and saying, "Oh hey, so who are you? What's your name?" And the robot gives him a model number. It's like, no, I mean your real name. It's like, oh yeah, that's a good name. Oh, get your places. And then he has senses and sense there's a dog in the bushes behind his bench.
A robot dog.
A robot dog.
He does also. Does he not take a phone call at this point? Where they're asking him to like provide more robots essentially to go to war.
Gets a bit later. He gets
that later?
home. It's in his house.
Oh, for some reason I thought that took place in the bench.
No, not as far as I know, because he was like, "This is my day off."
No, you're right. He's talking to the guard bot.
Yeah,
It's a nice conversation.
Yeah, he's having a respectful conversation with the bot. And then he finds the dog, and the guard dog's like, "Oh no, that might be a bomb." And he's going, "Oh no, it looks okay." It's like,
yeah,
let's take it home and say, "What are you going to do with it?" "Oh, I'm going to fix it, of course."
Of
course. And then, yeah, so he's working up, hunched over the dog, fixing it for eternity. He gets a call from the Ministry of Defense.
That's right, yeah.
Who wants Thurza needs him to approve, like, going to war again or something. And
they need him to approve, like, more troops to go to Persia, basically. And he's like, I don't ever intend to do that, so no thank you.
Yeah. No, I'm not sending them out to kill more people. That's nope. That's not what I'm going to do.
Not what I want to do, thanks.
Yeah. And then he hangs up, and then he gets another call, which he shouts down the line, and it turns out it's his grandson.
That's right.
with his
Yeah,
robot
because he's.
dog.
I told you no. He's like,
Yeah,
oh wait, sorry,
yeah,
grandson.
yeah. I always got time for you. All right.
Yeah.
And it's grandson with the robotic dog.
Yes, a more modern robotic dog. We should mention the robot dog that he's currently treating is like an old model,
Hmm.
and it looks like this is it the Sony
I,
robot or the Toyota robot dog from the 90s?
I think it was a Sony robot dog. Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
very much looks like that.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, mm,
Oh, you looked at the picture now. Now you're
I
thinking
I
against it.
oh no. Ibo?
I
That was his name.
yeah,
Ibo. Yes,
yeah.
he looks like an Ibo.
Don't think it was from the 90s though.
Was it not?
I thought it was a bit later. 2000s.
Oh, maybe. Maybe you're right. Uh, I mean, it says first prototyped in the 90s, but yeah, like early 2000s is when they were like marketed, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, I think so. Here anyway. Maybe in Japan they had them longer.
Yeah, maybe. We were always
Uh,
last to get things.
yeah. Stupid Europe. Anyway,
Of course.
uh, so he's hunched over this dog and he's like, I'm going to fix it. I got the dog to fix. And it's like, oh no. And this, but the grandson, I think, is phoned up and says, oh, there's a tornado outside.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I didn't realize it. And I think he'd worked on it all night,
Yep.
or looking for parts that he can get because
He,
they're
ph-
really old.
he phoned one of his friends for parts as well.
Hmm.
And was like, can you get this? And he's like, I don't know. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah. They're all out of stock and it's not, they don't make them anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. And then he thought he tried to do it himself. He got a soldering gun and stuff out.
Yeah. I think he'd said that he would basically have to basically recreate the part from scratch.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's it. So, but then he's deemed that he couldn't do it and basically apologized to the dog.
It's quite sad.
That was very
Like
sad.
he worked tirelessly for hours.
Hmm.
Um,
So
I
much
guess
that
showing like that kind of deep care generally for robot life.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, there was nothing he could do. It was too far gone.
yeah,
Um,
and
and is it his? How does the owner get involved again? That's
oh,
that I'm not sure about.
oh, it just appears at the door.
Yeah. Oh,
Because he
that's
used
right.
GPS tracking. So he got so he falls asleep on the desk essentially, and then he wakes up to a call from the robots. Oh, the owner's here. Oh, yeah, just let him in. But you need to do the search. No, just let him
Yeah, I got there's a bad vibe immediately from that.
in.
I feel sorry for this robot who's like literally just trying to do his job. He's like, hey, that could be a bomb. Hey, that guy might not be a good guy. No, it's fine. Just chill.
Just do it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because he's like one of the last scientists or something
Hmm.
out the facts finding mission in Persia.
Yeah, bro. The thing beginning with B, Bora.
Bora. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh.
Yeah. He's the only one left, isn't he? Other than we'll find out the other person. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, he is important to keep alive under the circumstances. Um, and
Yeah.
yeah, the owner comes in and is like, "Oh, hey." They sit down to have tea.
Yeah.
Um,
And then he goes, "Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's because you're a robot, eh?" And it's like, "Yeah, And then I think
what
they
he
start
gets
talking.
he gets super creepy because you kind of know like when it's going south because
Mhm.
the owner asks, "Is like, oh, did you feel bad when the dog died?" You're like, I feel like I shouldn't need to answer that. Like, I
Come
feel
on.
like that should just be yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Well, he was totally what's his name, taking a gas. It's like, what? You asked me this question? It's like,
yeah,
and then you got the wide-eyed stare from the guy going, Do you feel sad? Did you?
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah,
Just like all those people in Persia?
yeah. And it's like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
um, and then he basically confirms. He's like, oh, shit, this is Goji.
Yeah. Well, he's like, who the hell are you? Oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
Gochi. Oh, you're the,
That
the, the genius creator of the robots. Who's a
that
robot?
that but that we could never verify whether they existed or not. It seems until now.
Yeah. And then he was on about, oh, well, you'll call Adam here because,
Oh, there's going to be
yeah,
a tornado. He's
we're,
got to
we're,
go.
we're going to kill him. And it was like, all right. No, I will never call him here because that, oh, no, it's not here, Doctor. It's it's where your grandson is, that tornado that your grandson is. So he makes a phone
Yep.
call to his grandson and says, Grandpa, is it odd that a tornado just stays still? And he's like, oh,
Oh
shit.
no, no, they don't. Get to the basement. Get to the basement now.
Yeah, listen to the dog.
Yeah, the dog takes charge and is like, "Come on, to
Yeah,
the basement now."
because the dog eyes go red.
Yep.
It's like, oh, his eyes go red. Yeah, he's a smart dog. Just listen to him.
It's like pay no attention to the dog's eyes. Do as he says.
Yeah. And then he's like, aha, the police are here. And Goji's
Yeah,
like, what? Yeah, you killed that dude. But you killed him, they were mourning him, and now and the police are here, and they're all around us.
that's rough. Like he says, I assume that you killed uh the robot outside, and that's why they're here. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, he was just trying to do his job, man.
Yeah, yeah, but I suppose that's part of the problem, protecting the...
High value target, I
Mm,
suppose. But
yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh, he was just trying to help. Poor guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And he got
Um,
like proper torn to bits.
oh yeah, he was in pieces because it snaps
Mm-hmm.
outside.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then all the policemen are kind of crawling around the house, and then you see a rocket in the sky, and then boom, Adam appears.
He is there.
He's
I
there.
am here.
Yeah, and then Goatee goes, ah, time to make a run for it, and jumps like a weird spider thing out the house.
He makes some very unnatural movements for, say, a human style robot.
Yeah, yeah. Which, talk about unnatural movements for robots.
Uh
You seen the new Atlas robot?
yeah, yeah. Like they're getting places now.
Yeah, yeah. The way he's stands up, man. That's like all your fear right there, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, I'm all for, like, I think those things could genuinely help people.
Hmm.
Like I really do believe that. Like um people having like home helpers and things like that would be able to help them if they fell, like to take care of lifting heavy objects, open doors, all that sort of stuff. Like that would be amazing. But I am worried about the fact that they did also announce recently that one of those robot dogs had a flamethrower attached to the back of it for combat, and you're like, I see.
Just fart and fire, is it?
Yeah, it's like, man, it's
If,
not a
if you
good place to be.
if you type if you attach a wee lighter to the back of a normal dog, just had the same
Yeah,
thing.
same thing.
Same
Uh,
thing.
we can't use normal dogs. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Their farts are like chemical warfare.
but Boston Dynamics are cool. I like what they're doing, but I do deeply worry that there's some application there that is not what I like. I've seen the one of it like doing backflips and jumping over locks and stuff like that. I'm like,
Uh,
I can't do that. He can
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
Why can he do that? Oh my god.
Oh,
Fuck.
that's the reason why, Steve.
Because I'm going to be replaced.
She's been replaced. But no, at the same time, they just built up hydraulics and stuff
That is true. He is
where
built for that purpose.
you could do stuff like that if
I
you
could
trained in a circus for
if
all your
if I
life.
try If I tried.
Yeah.
Well, there was the like during the Fukushima meltdown, apparently they used to have a program that was being experimented with prior that was about robots that would be able to manually like deal with valves and buttons and things in territories with high radiation.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
But none of their robots were able to be had appropriate radiation shielding.
Oh.
So all useless basically under the circumstances, and that was a defunded project prior to the meltdown that then
Uh,
got funding very quickly after the meltdown, from what I understand.
all right. Okay.
So, so
Yeah.
now there's basically robots that can go in and like turn valves and do all the necessary bits and pieces, and they're appropriately like shielded from radiation and high temperatures.
Ah, nice. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. And then it just come out like Homer when he's in the test chamber.
Or
Must kill.
uh,
Must smash.
I thought you were meaning when he was like fat and wearing the muumuu and blocked the
Oh no.
vented gases.
Oh no, no. I was talking about the time when he was in the test simulator and he's like,
That's
I
right.
don't understand it. There's no radiation.
There was no nuclear material in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And he just goes out and smashes the place up.
One of my favorite bits in The Simpsons is a Halloween one where Homer's in like I think he has to do something in the nuclear plant to stop an explosion, and or like whatever it is he's doing, and Ned is trying to shout through to him through like an intercom, and
Uh-huh.
he's like saying, "Don't do it, Homer. You'll kill everyone." And it comes through the other side, and it goes, "Do it, Homer. Kill everyone." And it just cuts out all the other words. And he goes, "Oh, it's so good,
Oh,
so good,
oh, yeah.
classic."
Anyway, so Goji escapes, runs around a corner, and
Hmm.
then the police catch up with him, only to see a bunch of cockroaches.
Similar to that homeless robot that we'd seen previous.
Yeah, yeah. And then I swear one of them was carrying something, and the guy was
Yeah,
right,
he was right.
carrying his AI chip.
Yes, again.
Yeah, yeah. At this point, I think, because Adam bursts through the thing, it's like, I can't not help you if you don't tell me what's happening. And he's like,
Hmm.
and then he says that his sister's going off to see the grandchild because the dog broadcast that they're in danger.
Yes,
So he's like, ah, okay. Well, you're gonna have to go then. And he
he
goes,
does go, but also Uran is on her way there too.
yeah, that's the thing. His sister's on the way. Yeah,
Yeah, and she's like on her little flying scooter type thing.
reminds me of another anime I watched.
Which one?
Uh, can't remember what it's called. It's got it in VHS.
Oh wow,
Watched it like when I was quite
of an
young.
age then. Of an age.
Oh
Fair
yeah,
enough.
yeah. Some lass has a flying scooter,
Yeah,
and it's about a sword, and it weirdly doesn't end well.
that's interesting.
We should watch it.
Yeah, I mean, we only watch the best shows
One of the
about
best.
bad things happening to people.
This is probably one of the first anime I ever watched in my life.
Wow. Now that I
Uh,
think about it, though, we watch a lot of like shows about torture people.
yeah, that's your job.
It is my. I am now realizing I have a. I have a trend here.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Yeah. Yeah.
This one is about torturing people. This is just like it's on a quest, but it doesn't end well.
Oh, fair. Well, so Atom heads on his way, of course,
Mhm.
to the to Bobby. I think is his grandson's name Bobby or something like that. Um,
Or Bobby.
is it no wait?
I think Bobby's the dog.
You're right. You're right. Bobby is the dog.
Yeah.
Uh, and
Just
they go
got
to.
Hank Hill in
He
my
goes
head now.
to. Yeah. He goes to deal with the big tornado. Then there's like a flashback of Abula and his family's death.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because there's a flashback about it. No, I think that was maybe where he was asking about the death. Do you feel sad from the death of the
Is
dog?
that then?
I think it might be then. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
Uh.
then like Abula asks the dude about where is Pluto, and he tells them.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like Goji,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then afterwards, after that, maybe you're right. Yeah, because the cockroach is like, oh yes, and it's
Yes.
like, and the guy goes, I don't know, because he's dropped all communications. Like, excellent.
Hmm.
That means he's succumbed to all hatred now, and then he walks away.
Yeah. And then we get Uran arriving at the grandson's home to help out,
Mhm.
and they see the big tornado. Um, and then I think like Ochanimisu wants to speak to Gesicht because he wants to tell him about Goji.
Oh yeah, yeah. So they're traveling in the car, and he's talking to like his, I don't know, his subordinate.
Yeah, he's talking to like the officers that are with him
Yeah,
now.
and he was like Goji, and they're like, "Who the hell's Goji?" And it's like, "He's the whole reason of the Persian War, don't you know?"
Yeah, don't you
And
know?
he's like, "No, all right." Gassis was the guy on the case, right? Cool. Let's get hold of Gassis. Um, and then it cuts back, and the kid's getting blown about in the tornado. The
Yep.
dog and him kind of like fly against wall, and they go down the stairs because the dog's like, "Yo, we gotta go down the stairs here." And it's like, "What? No, I'm gonna stand and watch at this thing. It's coming right at me." Like, no, no, come down. And they go downstairs to see that his mother's been injured because she's lying flat on the stairs.
Yeah.
Half the building's gone. Uh, and the grandson and the dog drags the mother into the
Safe
safety
room.
safe room,
Yeah.
and then Uran arrives and goes, "Yeah, just do that. Just go down there." And then she stares at the thing, and then tells Adam to go. "Don't go! Don't come, Adam! Get away! Get away, Adam!" But I was like, "No, I must."
Gonna end this.
And then he bursts through the tornado and has some weird frame drop animation, I think.
Yeah, it is unusual.
I mean, I think it's just to show the fierceness of the storm and the battle.
Maybe, yeah. I know, like, obviously, we've seen this battle take place several times,
Yeah,
uh, and it doesn't end well for people that are not the tornado.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. So he fights and he jumps into the maw of the storm, and that's it. Game over,
yep.
and
Yeah,
Adam's now lying there dead.
it's. I did not expect that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I figured, injury, sure, something would happen that would be pretty brutal, but proper like, oh shit, he's dead, is not what I expected.
Yep,
That's
and
wild.
yeah, Ula is there and gets him. He's just lying there on the side with his eyes wide open, dead.
Yep.
And she's like, "Oh no, come up, come up! No, you're
Nope.
dead."
It is. It's a very it's weird because it's so sudden as well because there's no um flair to it. It's literally he goes into it and just doesn't come out.
Yeah,
Whereas like from previous ones, you'd had like you had oh fuck, what's his
Brando.
name? Brando, and that had been quite a whole ordeal.
Hmm. Oh,
So
he's a big, strong robot that
yeah,
can best Hercules, or and vice versa.
and then
Uh,
after after she confirms, Uran confirms that he's dead, it cuts away to Gesicht waking up from a nightmare, another nightmare,
yeah,
and his wife Helena. So it's like, oh, it's okay, but you should probably go and get that checked out. I have been telling you, you need to get this shit checked out.
yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, yeah, okay,
Go and see
I
Hoffman.
guess. Yeah.
Uh,
And then it like does the creeper cam from distance,
ah,
um, where there's someone watching Gesicht in his bed,
oh yeah, yeah,
and it turns out, oh, it's Adolf, and he was gonna kill him.
yeah. And then that cuts to back to his anti-robot uh, group who
Hmm.
says, "Yeah, I've been telling him for a while, and he's going to do it. Get the nerve at one point to kill Gisis." And the guy's like, "No, we can't do it. We just kill the robots by uh,
The court of public opinion needs to be against the robots.
yeah,
This
but
sort of action will only impact them negatively.
yeah, and it'll be like, and it's like, oh, we got to get rid of them. Here, take this weapon. Oh wait, yeah, I think
No, he tells the dude, he's like, go and get some people to go and fuck this guy over. Like, get rid of
yeah,
him.
get rid of them. Yeah, that's
Um,
it. And
and then
then
we cut to Gesicht going to Hoffman and talking about his nightmare,
mm,
and he also talks about the fact he's been aware that Adolf or someone has been
follow them.
looking at him from distance and stalking him around.
Yeah,
Um,
Hoffman
yeah,
sures that he won't be going. He won't follow them to Japan.
yeah, and he's like, hey, enjoy
Yeah.
enjoy your trip. Um,
Also, he's essentially put the bad dream in the trash bin, and he's like, "Oh yeah, just realised humans do that, but not so well."
that's right. Yeah,
And it's probably a good thing because it might be a virus.
of course, like he's already covering for this because he's not kind of giving him the whole information here because he's aware that something's happened, but he just doesn't know what that is yet.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
So
and then they both part ways, and then you get the flashback just to remind you that Hoffman knows that there's been memory been deleted out of Gissy's mind.
yep,
And then
we cut back to Adolf.
oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
because he's going to like is it Adolf at the graveyard
yeah, because he's
where
like
he's like he's at
today
his
I
brother's grave.
yeah he's like go today I need to today I need to kill it or he's off to Japan. I'll miss my
Yeah,
chance.
I need you to like tell me I'm gonna be able to do this.
Give me my resolve, brother. And then he's walking back to his car. Car explodes, flying back. It cuts back to Gracis. He's now in the airport with his wife. And he gets a call, and then the news breaks of Adam's death. And then
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh!" It's like, Gracis, you got to look at this. And he's like,
Yep.
"Wait, what? Adam's dead? No, no." And then he's like, "Oh shit, maybe it was a message I got because it was the exact same time that I had that nightmare when Adam dies." So he looks out and basically overloads with Adam going,
Yeah.
"She's Pluto's just like you. Are you him?" That's what I've been saying, man, since the start. Since I saw the
You
guy,
have.
I was
You
like,
have.
"It's Gassis. It's always
Have
him."
you? Yeah, because he says, you and Pluto are the same.
Yeah,
Like, oh, what?
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no.
What? Yeah, yeah. Aye. So then, he finally gets snapped out. He's having all these like random things because I think Adam, as he flies over
Mm-hmm.
to Pluto, he gets
Mm-hmm.
that weird dream memory that because he's had with the old
Yes,
man holding his hand out.
because Atom has Gesicht's memories from the data chip.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh,
Uh, and then Gesicht passes out.
yeah, he passes out. Um, and then they're having a hard time bringing them back because there's some weird dream kind of scenario where I think you see you see this guy in a car crash,
Yes.
and it's his son has passed. Then he's like, right, and he's built this robot, which is Adam,
Yep.
and his wife's there saying, "Oh, look, he's walking! Isn't that great?" They
Yep.
both seem to be there, just walking.
And you're like, but what does any of this mean?
And
None of this
then
means anything.
and then suddenly he like Adam like just kind of crumples and fall apart, like his skin falls off, and he just the remains of like the child,
It's insane.
and then you get we're losing him, Doctor, we're losing him. Quick, do this, and then he comes
It's.
back to life, and then he's
I
like,
mean,
"Thank you, Doctor. I'm going back and work."
yeah. I have to go now, and you're like, what?
If it
You
was
don't want to take a few minutes to assess that?
if it was if that was a human patient, he'd be like, "Nope."
No, if that was a human patient, they would have like probably burst into tears and be on the ground after that.
Oh no, if they just had the same reaction as that from all that
Oh my
horrificness,
god.
it would be like, I'm going to work now,
Yeah,
and and
absolutely not.
the authorities were like, you're no fit state to go to work.
You, sir, are not.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah, the interestingly, like that whole, the boy Atom being killed in the car crash and stuff like that. That's the story of Astro Boy,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is
Dum dum
is
dum.
it's so like I didn't notice it actually. I didn't remember it until I watched the like early 2000s CGI Astro Boy movie.
Uh
I watched it with my kids, and of course, like one of the first things, oh yeah, like fuck, that kid dies,
huh. Yeah,
and it's like a lot of the whole story is about the father's grief of how the robot is not the replacement for the child, and you're like, man, this is a lot for kids to deal with.
yeah, yeah. That's yeah. It's pretty deep. I don't
Yeah,
actually
for
watch
something
it.
that was very sort of like quite a colorful caricature in terms of a like approach to stuff and like
Mhm.
very like cutely drawn and very interesting to watch. Like I don't remember a lot of stuff like that from watching it when I was a kid. So
Yeah,
it's
I
weird.
I've not actually really watched Astro Boy.
Like I couldn't tell you like A to B on it at all, other than like I remember that from that movie, and I remember having like experienced that whether it was in the show or having read about it after.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
but I watched it when I was really young, like because my parents used to rent like or buy like VHS tapes that they were getting rid of from the local video store.
mm,
So it would be like Star Avengers and like Battle of the Planets and things like that. It tended to be like rehashed Japanese cartoons into a Western form.
oh yes.
Um, so I got a lot of that, and like some Astro Boy and stuff like that too.
Yeah. No, didn't get any of that.
It was all because the video shop just would like buy everything, and then some of them just wouldn't be rented ever. So they're like, yeah, we need to make way for some other stuff.
Yeah.
And my parents were like, ooh, 10 pence.
Oregon.
Yeah, yeah, I got loads of stuff that way.
Yeah, no, I don't know. My upbringing wasn't the same. That's for sure. Get to watch TV. That was it.
I my parents had a they had a friend who worked in uh, appliance repair, specifically VCRs and video cameras.
All right, yeah.
So they had like a good in for getting like high end
God,
equipment at good prices because it was all like repair jobs that were that
yeah.
you pick up broken ones and fix them up and stuff like that. So
Ah, cool. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
No,
pretty
it's
lucky.
I I don't know. I don't think my folks are, you know, they're not really into all that. Still aren't really.
Um, I mean, my folk. I would never ever say that my parents are like very techy.
Yeah,
But I know that my dad was always very forward thinking. So
yeah.
he had like digital organizers, like compacts and sharp FXs and things like that. And he had like the precursor to the sat nav, which was like a machine that just had a digital list of directions after you put in the postcodes. Like all those sorts of things. He would try because he was
Oh,
interested.
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say my dad's they were technophobes, such, but they just didn't. Well, I wouldn't say they didn't watch me. They just watched like TV. They didn't
Oh,
go
my
into the
parents did
movies.
too. I
Well,
mean, like you
most of
say,
the
they probably
movies.
yeah. My parents probably wouldn't have watched much on the VHS sense, to be honest. They didn't own a
Yeah,
lot of them. It was mostly for me.
yeah,
So this is like because of course you can never control what's on TV, but you can control when you put on a VHS tape and just leave it to it. Which is why I basically
Ye-
ended up watching the Transformers movie so much that the tape snapped.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's that, and then there's getting to watch Fist of the North Star when you're
That
very young.
that also did happen. That was from renting something though.
Yeah,
I think
uh,
it was like sort of a naivety on my parents' side because they didn't ever really think that cartoons could be violent. That wasn't the impression that they took of cartoons because they're cartoons.
what are you
But
on about? Look at Tom and Jerry, man.
oh, but I mean like
That's
gory and adult. I mean
well,
like
gory. Yeah, I suppose it didn't work gory, but at the same time, there was enough violence in Tom and Jerry for it to
oh,
get
I grew up on
cleaned
Looney
up.
Tunes and Tom and Jerry and stuff like that.
Getting their
But
face
yeah,
blown off by a shotgun and their the beak spinning round. Yeah,
yeah,
that's not violent.
not at all, not
No.
at all.
Uh,
Anyway,
yeah.
um, so yeah,
It was flashbacks
Zeke
to
has
Adam's
that
death.
mental dream. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think uh, then at that point, yeah, like you say, he gets up and he's like, "Hey, I gotta go."
Yeah. And Hoffman's like,
Um,
I don't think you
uh,
should.
it's like I'll be fine. Um, and then there's like some people talking to Adolf about the car bomb.
Mm.
Um,
Well, that's the
uh,
case that because he's been put on because he did
yes,
he get that in the airport where he has his mental breakdown.
yes. And Adolf, they find out that Adolf had been carrying a very dangerous weapon.
Mm.
So they asked that he gets basically kept under surveillance, and then like Adolf is like getting kind of frustrated because he's like, oh fuck, because it's not like he's going to be more difficult to get to now.
Because he's in Japan.
Yeah, although he's not.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember who it is, but somebody's like, hey, by the way, uh, you're dead. They want you. They want you dead. You're gonna die now.
You don't know who it is because he basically masks his presence on the comm. But yeah, he
Yeah,
gets a couple of voicemails and saying, "Yeah, you're dead. They want you dead." And then just after his car exploding, the president of the club goes, "I heard your car exploded there. You know." It's like, what the fuck? No one should know that. That's
No one should know
Spartacus.
that.
That's
Yeah,
Spartacus. I was like,
yeah,
oh, all right, but I better go. I'm not safe. He said, stay still. You're not safe moving around.
yeah. Although, of course, Adolf gets the hint there, where he's like, "Oh, I see what's happened here."
Yeah, one of the smartest things.
Yeah, and then he and Gesicht meet up, and Gesicht's like, "Oh, I've been assigned to you," and Gesicht kind of gets involved with the family. He gets brought home to the guy's family, the son and the wife,
Yeah,
um,
that sounds
and
like
he's
well chuffed. Like, oh, look, you're awesome, cease.
oh yeah, kid's loving it, and
Yeah.
he's like, don't enjoy this.
Oh, he's staring at the through the door, the crack in the door, and the sun catches. And says, whoa, what's up?
Yep,
All about Dad. It's like, time to go, Cashish, let's go. And it's
we
like,
gotta go.
I
We
don't
gotta
like
go
it.
right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Nah. And yeah, the what is that happens then? Because he's checking through the house and stuff like that, making sure it's safe.
office. Yeah,
Um,
he's in the
yeah,
office,
in the office, and um,
and
Adolf like talks to him about like, you know, why he's been assigned to do this.
yeah, yeah. So basically, Adolf still isn't giving up that it's this cult that wants to get rid of robots, and
Hmm.
then he's really pissed off with them.
Hmm.
Like, and he's like, "Well, fine. I know why you're here. You can do the investigation, and then get out my sight." And he's like, "Okay, you happy with that? Yeah, let's do it." And then he starts to brag about his work over in Persia.
Yeah, the import export business.
Yeah, 'cause he got to go into Persia right after the war, and they helped do some stuff at like the Guantanamo Bay type prison,
Yep, yep,
and
yep.
he's got this footage of this guy being just stating names insanely, and he goes, "All right," and it shows Casey and Casey's wait. I recognize that voice. Enhance, 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 enhance. And then he goes, wait, that's Darius the Fourth of Persia.
14th, Darius the 14th.
Oh, the 14th, is it?
Yeah.
All right. That's Darius, and the hit singer from Duran Duran. I don't know. Sounds like a pop singer, man, Darius.
Darius the 14th.
Yeah. Anyway,
Um, yeah.
and then Adolf's like, who? You know, the guy was in charge of Persia before we destroyed it.
Yep.
I said, oh, this is big stuff. Why did he hide it, you fool? And it's like, oh, I didn't know who that was. All right, well, you know, like, and he's mentioned Hoffman, and they've
Hmm.
got to rescue Hoffman in the next because during all this, um, Adolf puts the news on, and they find out that another scientist is dead
Yes.
uh, in Australia, and it's like, wait, that's Epsilon's maker.
Yep.
You think Epsilon will be more in its career? And because he's like, yeah, we will, 100% will.
Of course.
Uh, and then, so then they learn about Hoffman. It's like, oh shit, Hoffman's the next one on the list. And next thing you know, there's a knock on Hoffman's door. He goes, yes, who is it? And then he gets flung out a window, like 20 stories up,
Yep.
flung out the window. And
On purpose.
yeah, yeah, and then floated away in a big floating blue ball, which is Epsilon.
Yep. Epsilon to the rescue.
And then the lab just goes. He says, "Whoa, what's happened to my lab?" And you're a bit. I thought you were a pacifist, Epsilon. You're a bit rough-handed. I was like, "I'm sorry, my career just died." And
Yeah. It's like,
I,
fucking give me a minute, would you?
yeah, I'm a bit full of rage here.
uh,
Uh,
yeah.
and no one knows where Hoffman is because there's no contact.
Yep.
Um, But then also that at about the same time, a thermal pho- photon,
Photothermal smart bomb.
yeah, flies through the window, and Gassis catches it in hand and goes,
Hmm.
saves it. It's like, oh shit, that could vaporize a man in an instant. All
Yep.
right, got to keep me safe. I'll spill the beans. I'm part of like some racist robot group.
Yeah. I'm part of a racist cult who hates robots.
Yeah,
Uh, and they're responsible for like that robot judge murder. Um,
in Berlin.
and
Yeah,
yeah, and Gazik's like, so why are they coming for you?
yeah. And he's like, none of it matters. Just keep my
No,
family safe. And
please just keep us safe. Get us out of here.
yeah, um, and so they're on the evacuation. Do do do
Yeah.
do. It's
Oh, we get
like,
to we do cut to the cult leader saying it's like, hey, someone's like, hey, they're working together. Um,
eh,
and he's like, oh, the cult leader's like, hey, use that rocket launchery thing that I told him to use on Gasik and kill both of them, would you?
oh, he never told Idol to use the thing. He just got it himself
Oh, did
because
he? Oh, no, you're right.
he
Sorry,
was
that's
against
right.
the whole idea of getting Cassis. Uh,
Yes,
and he was like, okay,
but he does
uh,
use that. He tells him to use that.
yeah, passes it over. Uh, and they're doing all the stuff, and then they get some big info drop from Cassis things like, can I listen to this? Yeah, we can confirm that's Darius. Uh, and then they talk about a lot of stuff here,
Hmm.
which I think makes Adolf physically ill.
Hmm.
So you're like, oh shit, I feel sick. Need to. All right, we'll pull out this rest stop. So he goes in the rest stop and goes, wait, we got to scan it for bombs.
Nope.
Nope, just run in there. And it's like, because he's just in there. It's like, oh, it's okay. It's only that cleaning bot that's in
Cleaning
here.
droid.
Yeah,
Per
but then the
cleaning
cleaning
droid.
droid gets hacked.
Yeah.
Knocks on the door. Knock, knock. Why are you knocking? You must kill Gassis. And he's like, no! Wails and screams and starts like beating it to death with a
Beats
mop
it to death
handle.
with the mop. Yeah. Jesus.
And Gassis comes in and runs, what's happening? And he's just watching
Fuck are
him
you doing?
brutally murdering the droid.
It's like, remember I told you when I was in the cult that I hate robots? Witness me.
Yeah. And then Gassis insanely hates this action and pulls him off the robot in a
Hmm.
photo of forceful force.
And then we basically get to the point where the kid and the wife are all good. Uh,
No, well, they are. He says they're good, but it ends here, where Adolf says, "Ah, so you finally show your true colors, Gassis." And then I think it cuts at that point, and then the next episode starts.
does it?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
that's the end of the episode, man.
Oh, really?
100%. That's the end of the episode.
Huh.
It just blends right in.
I guess it all does
Well,
get blended together.
to a degree, I don't think there's the kids because they arrive after they get to the safe house.
Well, yeah, yeah. He tells them earlier that they're safe and that he'll be meeting up with them.
Yeah.
That's fair. Um, huh. Is there not a whole bit with like Hercules? Does
Oh,
not like
oh, oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
was gonna say
Sorry.
Hoffman gets taken to Hercules.
Oh, yeah. That's something I think we skipped a bit. Because I
So
think that's
like,
after the. I think that's after the message about stuff, and
yeah,
Epsilon take Hoffman to Hercules, and then they have a big bit in there,
they talk
where
about this the secret conference
secret
and
conference. Yeah,
the two scientists. One of
Hoffman,
them, who is a Dr. Tenma,
yeah, and Hoffman and the other dude who are like,
Howard. Dr. Howard is the other guy.
and he wants to, because I think that's the creator of Epsilon, wasn't it? Howard.
Dr. Howard was Epsilon's creator, and Dr. Tenma is the one who created the ultimate computerized brain.
Yeah, yeah, he
And
was the one.
then, like, Hoffman talks about the fact that the mission was to create a robot that would save everything, and
End all
you know that,
war.
and that Howard and Tenma had worked close together, but Tenma had always been like quite reserved.
Hmm.
And then they talk about how the argument was is that the perfect computerized brain require in order to be perfect and not just an intelligence,
Hmm.
it had to understand, it had to have the capacity to understand suffering and mistakes and loss,
And hatred.
and hatred, and he basically left the whole secret conference thing at
Hmm.
that point. Um,
Before, not before absorbing all their work.
no, he takes all their shit and
Never
goes.
share, never shares any of it with them, the others.
No, and
Um,
Epsilon makes sure he. Well, sorry, Hoffman says, "Oh, Tenma is Atom's creator. He's the one that made Atom." Um,
yeah, well,
and we get confirmation of that.
yeah. So you get confirmation from what's his name? Talking to the guy who took over because he was like the head of the.
Chanamisu, yeah, we
Yeah,
get the flashback where it's like him saying he's like, "Oh, I've been put in charge since you were gone." Like, and he, what is it? He talks about like Article 13, which is that whole, basically the law of robotics about murder,
hmm,
and he's like, it suppresses their emotions because that's how we keep it underdone, and it's like, and it hinders their growth.
yeah,
And like Ochanamizu was like so complimentary of his work, and like he's like, you really like, this is he's the most amazing thing, and he's like, he's a failure.
yeah. He's a totally
It's
an
like,
absolute failure, and then
wow,
walks out on him.
it's crazy.
Uh, but yeah, that's where it is, and so that's a big take in this bit where they talk about how Atom was actually a failure, where everyone sees him as one of the greatest robotic creations, but the creator
So
doesn't, because
he doesn't think so.
he sees alternate brain, the alternate mind is a human mind,
Or or is it something else?
or is it something else?
Well,
Well,
so
well,
the whole point of Atom,
hmm,
the whole point of Atom is that Tenma, that like that's the flashback, that's the kind of inference here, is like that
hmm,
the loss of Tenma's son
hmm,
brought about the creation of Atom, who is exactly like his son, presumably.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So my take on that would be is that it's more about, he was never, he never replaced, he couldn't fill the gap. Like,
no,
that was the failure. I feel like, because I feel like he's, everything else about Tenma in this episode is like he's like so up his own arse about how good he is at everything.
yeah.
And yet that's the one thing he takes exception to. You're like, ah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. But at the same time, that's the end of the episode, man.
yeah, yeah,
Filled
yeah.
that bit.
Oh, uh,
Shoveling it away.
how did you like that one? Would you rate it?
Ah, it's good. It's good. Probably the same.
An eight
An eight,
again?
yeah, yeah. Let's keep it
Uh,
with eight.
I think I'd agree. I think this is a higher eight than the last one, though. It feels there's again like a lot going on.
Yeah,
Trying to like really get you into. So there's going to be some stuff happening over the next 4 episodes, and we really need to prepare you for that, by giving you all of this information.
oh yeah. There's something. There's something that I was just remembering.
Okay.
seeing the mind flashback then, because he was overloading and having this like weird dream. One of the pictures that he has is him punching the flower mural that Pluto created in the previous episode,
That's right.
and it's like how
How would he have done that?
how did he done it? Because he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very difficult because, like you say, because like particularly like Atom is remembering things from Gesicht, and it seems
yeah.
like Gesicht is maybe also remembering things that aren't his memories.
I
Um,
I think
or
so.
are
Yeah.
they?
Well,
It,
well,
it brings it to question because I
to
don't think we can say definitively because he's a robot whether they are in fact his own
his.
memories.
The other thing is the other thing is like how much that Adam claims that Kashyyyk is Pluto, or Pluto is just the same as Kashyyyk. So therefore, does that mean that Kashyyyk Pluto is a clone of Kashyyyk, or Kashyyyk is a clone of Pluto?
I mean, it's a good question.
Because
Again, it could mean so many different things
or are they
because it could
brothers?
mean. Well, I was going to say is like, do they have the same creator?
Hmm.
Do they like? Do they have the same purpose? Were they created for the same reason? Um, why are they so different now? Or are they different?
Are
Or
they
is it
different?
just they are the same thing? Like there's no two entities, and there
Hmm.
is just one.
Yeah. So
Um,
so on that
Lots
note,
of questions.
see you next time on Who's That Anime?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this episode is an 8, but it's definitely a high 8.
Yeah.
Verging on 9. But yeah, we'll be back next week to talk about more Pluto. As always, you've been listening to Is That Anime, a podcast about anime, which can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm/. Who's That Anime. If you want to support the show, you can do that by leaving us a review, or if you've already left us a review or can't, then telling a friend is a really cool way to help us out. We have another way to support the show now. If you want to become a patron of ours, you can do so by going to patreon.com/. Who's That Anime. We kind of never really want to have ads in this show ever. That's never really been a thing we wanted to engage with. But if you want to help support the show in some sort of financial sense, there's an opportunity to do that. And as a reward for that, then you can get early access to episodes of this show and early access episodes to our new podcast that is out, which is 5 Minute Fusion, a journey of all that is Dragon Ball, which we're super excited to have started doing. Um, as always, we have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/. Who's That Anime. You can find all the latest episode releases and the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord group. You can find the link to that in the show notes. We also have a YouTube channel. You can find us by going to youtube.com and searching for @Who's That Anime. This is where Colin painstakingly puts together all the video versions of these episodes. And further to that, you can also get the audio versions of the episodes on YouTube now too. We've managed to get the RSS set up in there. I haven't at this time set up the 5 Minute Fusion free feed because as well as we are, putting it on the Patreon feed, it is also going to be a thing that you can listen to for free. But I will have that set up at some point within the YouTube channel too. Colin and I occasionally like to play video games. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. And you can find archives of all of our streams from there by going to youtube.com and searching for @couchfuel or @hailpayman. And that is us.
Yeah. That's it. We're done. Another episode done. Ah, man, I just wanted to do that and then nod through. I mean, I watched what's his name? Ryan. What's his name's video?
Ryan George.
Yeah, Ryan George short content created video. Oh, he's just doing that now. Yeah, that means he agrees.
He agrees. So this is his video. It might be. It
Yeah,
might be.
yeah.
One of my favorite videos on his channel is that. He goes, particularly when he says, he goes, I feel like I've wasted 30 seconds. 30 seconds? Jonathan, it's been 4 hours. No, it can't. It has. But I had things to do. Your day is gone. It's so disgustingly accurate.
It is. And it's like
Amazing.
Dinosaur's the second part.
Yep.
All his videos are just this, yeah, but now you got to
Yep.
kind of find it because
Yep.
there's
Because
no search.
fucking TikTok. Go and subscribe to Ryan George. He's great.
Yeah. On that note, we'll see you next time. Same anime place, same anime time, same God of Death, I suppose.
That's the one.
Yeah.
See you next time, folks.
See you. Bye.
Bye.